Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm here with Lyoto Machida, former light heavyweight champion of the world, and he's got a fight at UFC 157 against Dan Henderson coming up. And first, I want to say thank you. You are one of the people we get requested, to talk to the most. Everybody wants to hear from the Dragon, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, what do you think is the most difficult part of fighting Dan Henderson?
Each fight has your special training, special camp. That fight is not different. Dan Henderson is a great champion. He's a tough opponent. He was champion many times around the world, in Japan, in America. I think the difficult part of my opponent is he loves to scramble, he loves to grappling, to stand up, keep it fighting. He's good cardio. For 3 rounds, he's good cardio. But I think that is.
He actually said he was happy it was only 3 rounds because he knew that 5 would favor you. But does that make your strategy any different, knowing that you only have 3 rounds to get the job done?
Maybe. I think it's a different strategy because in 3 rounds he's very strong. He keep doing everything. He kick, he punch a lot. He tried taking me down. I know everything, but I'll be prepared for everything. I'll put a great performance. I know that he come a lot in my fight, but I can do my strategy.
And you said you want to be the first person to knock him out. What would that mean to you?
It's mean many things for me, but I don't worry about that. I just want to win the fight. Doesn't matter what happened where, on the ground, submission or stand up, doesn't matter for me. I would like to win the fight and to do a great fight on Saturday, 23 February. But of course, the knockouts, it will be a great performance for me.
But it can be dangerous hunting for a knockout, right?
Sorry?
If you está buscando para KO, é perigoso, não?
Sometimes I think he's very dangerous because he has a right heavy hands. And if you're looking for all the time the knockouts, I can open my game for him. That's why I prefer to keep my game, to keep my strategy, and he give me a chance anytime. One time he give me a chance, and I'll catch that.
So why will Machida Karate be effective against him? Have you seen openings in his game and availability for you to do what you do best?
Yeah, I have studied everything about him. I try to put my karate, my Machida Karate, because Machida Karate is for real fight, It's not for the competition, a lot of rules. We prepare for real combat. That's why I'm studying a lot my opponent, Dan Henderson, and I think I can find the hole.
You were champion already. How important is it for you to become champion again?
Oh, it's my life, I spend all my time of my life into training. Then to be champion again for me is very important for my career, for myself, for my dream. And I try every day, not the day of the fight, but I fight every day. I try to be correct. I try to train every day. I try to improve my game all the time, especially in stand-up, but even on the ground, in wrestling, I want to improve all the time. That's why I want to be champion again. But the same thing, I don't think about that, because I can't stay stuck with be champion. I can relax more, I can live a lot, I can enjoy my family. Then it can happen. It can happen.
Now, usually you fight twice a year or so. Do you want to be more busy, or do you like that schedule? Because as a fan, we'd like to see you fight more often.
Yeah, I would like to fight more, but sometimes it's very hard because, especially now, my light heavyweight classes is a very, very trouble, because now Sonny is gonna fight Jones. Maybe it's a little trouble because a lot of people on the line wait the fight for a title shot. But if I have a chance, I would like to fight more and more, because it's my life. All the time when I get in the octagon, I put all my life inside that. I try to be the guy, but especially I wanna, make my fans happy.
Do you think if you beat Dan, you should be the next in line for a title shot?
I think so, because Dan is the first in the ranking, the official ranking of the UFC. I'm the second one. I think who win these fights deserve the title shots.
You did very well against Jon Jones in your fight in the first round. You were one of the only people, I think, who's been able to hurt him. So how did that feel, and how can you use that the next time if you fight him?
I felt very, very happy with my first round, but I thought that the second round I lost my concentration. That's why Jones took advantage over me. But I think next fight is gonna be great. It's gonna be a great show, and I will study more. And now I'm a different fight than the last fight.
So nobody likes to lose a fight, certainly. When you had your fight with Shogun and then Rampage, what did you change after those fights in your training? Did you change anything, or was it a mental change you needed to make?
No, the human all the time is change everything, all the time. Every day we can change everything, one thing. Me, it's the same. In the training, I can change, because when I lost for Shogun and I lost for Rampage, I learned the many things, not inside the octagon, but outside in my life. I learned many things. I improve my life. I care for more the people. I care for more my technique. I study more, because being a good fight, you have to improve all the time. That's what I try all the time. But it's very hard, very difficult to say specifically what I changed. But I know that I'm changing.
So we've seen you train with Glover, and he said that after your fights, when you win, your dad pretty much just goes, doesn't really say much, doesn't express much. Is that true, and why is that?
My daddy, he don't show emotion in the fight, because even when I win the fight, because he said for me, no, I think in your opponent, in his father, his family. When you beat some guy, what the family thinking about? Maybe everybody's sad, then it's my respect. That's why I don't show a lot of emotion. And Lyoto, when you lost the first time, same thing. I felt what the other family feel when you beat some guy. That's why I keep my respect. I keep my life like that.
And you, in the octagon as well, you usually bow, you show a lot of respect to your opponent, even if you've just knocked them out.
Yeah, because I came from karate. Karate is a very traditional martial arts. Then doesn't matter if you win or if you lost, you have to be humble, you have to keep your style, you don't change just because the crowd is there, but everybody cheer, everybody scream, doesn't matter, but you first have to respect your opponent, because they give you chance for you to show your job, to show your work.
Glover also said that Chinzo is very good and that he has a lot of fighting spirit. Are we going to see him doing more MMA or fighting at all in the UFC?
He wanna come back to fight this year, maybe April or May. I don't know yet, but he said, no, Lyoto, I wanna try again to keep a fight, because it's very important for me as a coach. Because when I fight, I can see many things that the another coach doesn't fight, they can see.
A while ago, you tweeted a picture where you were on a cow in the water. Do you remember? Você lembra uma fotografia? Você está andando por vaca? No, agora.
Yeah, surfing.
Yeah, what were you doing?
Yeah, I was in the farm in Brazil, and there is a lot of cow there. And some guy told me, Lyoto, you wanna try to surfing in the cow? Yeah, I can try. They take a shoot me and put it in internet.
It was a funny picture.
Tough. It's very tough because it's very soft.
It's a funny picture, I have to say. Last question or two. With Dan Henderson, you have said too that you used to watch him in Pride, right? So are you? Yeah. You have a great deal of admiration for him, yeah?
Yeah, but it's an honor for me, because when I was 18 years old, I would like to be a fighter all the time. I think when I was watching the Pride show in Japan, I saw many times Dan Henderson, and now I have a chance to face him.
And when you defeated Randy Couture, I would imagine that was a big moment for your career as well.
Yeah, because especially that time, because was a last fight of Randy Couture, and he said before the fight, no, this is my last fight, I'm gonna retire after that. Then for me, I was emotional after fight, because Randy Couture is like a hero for everybody. Almost everybody knows. He helped a lot the sport. Then for me, it was a very honor.
And do you still think it was the right decision not to fight Jon Jones at 151 when Dan couldn't fight him?
It's many things happens behind the camera, Then some things is a business, but some things is a game. We don't know what happened, the correct things. But I prefer don't say many things about that. I prefer to accept that question and keep my life, keep my career, because I know if the chance is coming up, I can catch that.
Well, and now our fight is your fight is in your new backyard. Basically, you're living here now. Does that make you feel good knowing that you can sleep in your own bed?
Yeah, but my uncle is with me. He's a Japanese guy. He loves that I'm going to the hotel 2 days before the fight, because he said the more concentration, to stay away of your family is very important. At least 2 days before the fight, just keep your focus. But to fight in my town right now, I can say that it's very good for me. My second fight here, because my last fight against Bader was in Staples Center. It's very, very easy. It's, after fight you can stay in your home. You can sleep that after the fight with your family. Another day you can do a barbecue, something like that. Doesn't matter, but it's very good.
Are you a good cook? Are you good at the barbecue?
I can try some Japanese food, because Japanese food is very easy, very fast. But my wife said, no, Lyoto, you can say that.
That's great. Well, I do want to thank you for your time. It's always a pleasure watching you fight, and best of luck against Dan Henderson. You are the favorite going into this. Do you feel any more pressure with that?
Yeah, I heard about that. No, I don't think, doesn't matter for me if I'm underdog or I'm a favorite fighter. Doesn't matter. I have to put a great performance on 20th February.
All right. Well, I'm sure you will. Thank you, Lyoto, and best of luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Cho. I'm Lyoto Machida. You watch MMA H.E.A.T.